enough minerals.
Reporting for duty. SCP good to go, sir. Orders, Captain? Affirmative. Job roger that. SCP good to go, sir. Right away, sir. Job finished. Orders, Captain? I read you. I read you.
Not enough minerals.
SCP good to go, sir. Job finished. Yes, sir? SCP good to go, sir. I read you. Orders received.
You want a piece of me, boy? Let's move.
I read you. Right away, sir.
Give me something to shoot. You want a piece of me, boy?
Job finished. SCP
Thanks,
good to
man.
go, sir. Orders, Captain? Yes, sir? Orders, Captain?
You want a piece of me, boy?
I read you. Orders, Captain?
Commander, rock and roll.
Job
Add-on
Give
complete.
me something to shoot. Outstanding. Commander, outstanding.
Job finished.
Rock and roll. Go, go, go. Rock and roll.
Affirmative.
Standing by. You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go.
I read you.
Commander. All right, bring it on.
Orders
What do
received.
you want? Oh, check out. Good to go.
SCP good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Sir.
Reporting for duty.
Not enough minerals.
Give me something to shoot.
Yes, sir.
SCP good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Affirmative.
Add-on complete.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. SCP good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Job Captain? Yes, sir? I read you,
What do
sir.
you want?
Orders, Captain? I read you. SCP good to go, sir. Affirmative.
All right, bring it on.
Piece of me, boy.
Ready to roll
SCP
out.
good to go, sir. I read you. Right away, sir.
Orders, sir. Proceeding. Yeah,
Job finished.
Your forces are under attack.
move it. Destination. Delighted to serve. Proceeding.
Your forces are under attack.
Ready to roll out.
forces are under attack.
Moving.
Poor Vivi, I got some things to teach her. We got some things to go over. Yeah, it's my birthday today. Thanks, Skifish. Appreciate it. Yo, thanks, Sour. Just bring my stuff up. Thanks, Thrive. Thanks, Jeremy. I'm gonna try to stream pretty much all day today. Don't really have anything else to do, so I will stop in the afternoon because I'm gonna be casting IPSL, and then I'll be back after that. That can't be right. Okay. Thanks, Emiliano. So they're doing a 2v2 tournament. Here's the bracket for it so far. It's all Chinese though, so good luck. No, thanks, Terrestrial. But yeah, this whole thing, they're doing a 2v2 kind of tournament thing. I'm not playing in this one. But, it's kind of weird rules. They're all best of 5s, and the maps are BGH, and then Fighting Spirit, and then Hunters. And then if the series isn't over, the next map is Fastest, and then they go back to BGH if it goes to Game 5. All 2v2. Hmm. You know, we've been doing a lot of these show matches on the Discord lately. I did that best of 7 with Erdmon. I've actually won a lot of mine recently. I beat Exit the last time I played him for money. Moonrai. I beat worse than that best of 9. Erdmon in that best of 7. And next we're thinking of me doing me versus Kava, which is going to be very, very difficult. We're also thinking of doing me versus Zero at some point. I think that'd be a lot of fun too. People are actually interested in that one, so. Yo, just looking, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. Seems like Rui's having some issues. Guess I'll put up a scoreboard. So that might be confusing because of Bo using this name. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't actually know, right? It's just such a rarely used unit that a lot of people don't know all the mechanics about it. A little hard to tell on the minimap. I think Bebe is bottom right. Bo is 3 o'clock. Rui and 8X are shared choke. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Rui is 12 o'clock. It's so hard to tell with these colors. When it's pink and white, sometimes it's a little hard to tell. When they're fighting, I won't be able to tell which zealots are which hardly. I won't be like casting for real because I need to kind of preserve my voice for the cast this afternoon. Team Labs. Also, if the stream acts weird at all, let me know, because I got a video rendering at the same time right now. It might mess with the stream a little bit.
Soviet Kingdom just resubbed for 22 months. Happy birthday.
Yo, SK, thanks man, I appreciate it. Thanks for the 22 months, dude. Also, good morning. Isn't it early for you? It's like 7:15 over there. I didn't know you'd be up this early. I woke up at 6 this morning. I actually feel not that bad right now. Alright, so it's 4 Protoss. You love to see it. The baby has no mercy. That's, yeah, I hear you. I hate it for you. So 4 Protoss, all Zealots. Little concerned for BB and Rui in this one. We got BB shared with Bo. Bo's early Zealot game is actually usually really strong, whereas BB's early Zealot game, not that strong. 8X will probably just go mass Zealots, no gas. So I think it's going to be a little bit tough for Team BB here. And we're gonna have 2 zealots running around Rui's base, so it's gonna be a little bit hard for him. BB actually kind of going for own harass, changed her mind, because, you know, sounds like 2 probes have gone down already. The zealot is trapped though, that's actually a really nice trap. The zealot getting very low though, gonna go down, but good drill with the zealots in here, so... Another probe does go down, so I think that's 3 probes total, but he kills 3 zealots. And only lost 1 zealot, so army-wise it's good. Obviously the probe damage, not ideal. But he'll have like a slight kind of zealot lead here. Defensive position though for 8x should keep him pretty safe. It's actually going to be up 1 zealot as well, and even with the HP lead, because we do have 1 slightly injured. And it's going to turn into BB versus Blow. And I think nobody's going to make a gas this game. Not for a while. 8x should, in theory, have an eco lead, but every time I look, we're not making a probe, so he probably doesn't. So even though they kind of like double-teamed Rui and got some decent damage in, Rui should still be able to beat 8x 1v1, but the question is basically... So Blow is going to beat BB, and Rui is going to beat 8x. So it comes down to who lasts the longest. You know what I mean? BB taking a fair amount of damage here. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got the kind of full engagement. This is going to be a losing fight for 8x. Especially with the kind of micro advantage here. It does have the reinforcements coming in though, so... Even though 8x has more zealots, it's actually floating 500 minerals as well. His eco definitely going to be pretty far behind, so... Like I said, he's going to be on that timer. He's up to 4 gate. Going to try and get cannons up. I think that's pretty bold. BB in the meantime kind of getting chased here. Kind of getting chased down. She's going to take a lot of zealot loss. I kind of like this attempt at a counterattack to make it harder for him to focus on killing these zealots. That being said, I mean, actually it's not bad. I mean, if she's paying attention, right, should go pretty decently. And like I said, a little bit hard for Bo to manage all this. And yeah, see, it's going to make him come back because it's just too much for him to handle. So I think that's actually a pretty good call to save those zealots. On the other side of the fight, we just have continuous zealot production. We're even making a defensive cannon. I hate that from 8x. Absolutely hate it. But Blow's gonna have a pretty big lead over BB now in the zealot count. Her supply is surprisingly close. She's been better with workers, probably. This is something she's actually really good at. It looks like her economy is looking a bit better. But she's just taking really bad trades overall. 8x getting pushed all the way back into his base now. We have the Cyber Core on the way for Rui. And that Cyber Core is going to put a timer on 8x. Once goons start coming out, he can really start chipping away at 8x and eventually kill him. 8x going to commit to a big fight here, but that is, again, a losing fight. He is definitely down on zealots. And Blow actually going to come and try to help 8x. Going to go for a bit of a counterattack. And yeah, I mean, Rui wins this fight by a lot. So it's looking very, very good for the red team right now. Rui's going to take some counter damage. But with good drilling and stuff, it shouldn't be too bad. Gonna try and focus on the Nexus. Changes his mind. And yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good cleanup for red team. They're just gonna have a huge zealot advantage once this is over. They can kind of full commit to trying to go for a counterattack once this is over. Bit of a decent kind of cleanup here from 8x, catching the rallies at least. This is the most optimistic pylon I've ever seen before. There is no scenario in which we get cannons up here. And like I said, I mean, Cyber Core is done, going towards Citadel, so he's not going to go for goons. I mean, you know me, I'm a big fan of goons. I like trying to goon here to start getting a bunch of value. But he wants to go for either legs or DTs here. Blow winning the center fight here against BB a bit, but her reinforcements do come back. She's going to have enough to take this fight now, and it's looking better and better for the red team. She's going to clean up a lot of this. I am surprised that Blow stayed to fight this for as long as he did. Working on his goons now. 8X is pushing Rui back a little bit here, but BB, because she won that fight by so much, can easily come to help him out. And gonna catch these zealots actually, so these should be forfeit if she blocks, if she's paying attention and blocks, but she's not paying attention, BB. It's okay, she does her best. And blue team actually just making cannons. Not really what you want to be doing in a mirror like this, making defensive, putting money into like forge cannons and stuff defensively is... It's only good if you're like looking to like double team and you're trying to survive a counterattack or something like that, but the way these spawns are, you really don't want to be going for that at all. We do have the Templar Archives on the way here for Rui, so once the DTs come out, they will have complete map control because we are nowhere near any sort of tech from the blue team as far as detection goes. We don't even have gas started for 8X yet. It's kind of what I expected him to do. He's always doing, you know, that kind of stuff. But goons are out now for Rui. 8X is going to fight into a Zealot Concave that's really good and probably about twice as many Zealots as he has, so he realizes maybe I shouldn't do that. Gonna back up to his cannon. And we'll start to see what kind of value these goons can get out. So the goons are gonna start getting some value, but we have DTs on the way now for Rui. And once the DTs come out, they can kind of just focus on double teaming one or the other because it just guarantees map control at that point. We're taking a good fight on the bottom side, 8X taking a bad fight on the top side. And 8X just keeps committing when he's way down on Zealots, not what you want to see for the blue team. A lot of Zealots out for BB, gonna have leg speed relatively soon as well, I'd imagine. DT's now out for Rui, so this will put a stop to basically any aggression coming out of the blue team. And he does have some cannons, but it's not going to protect kind of these buildings over here. Like, all of this over here is forfeit to the DT. And gas finally mining here for 8X. Legs are done, so goons kind of lost their potential here. And the game just kind of looks over. Red team winning pretty heavily in supply for both players, as well as the tech advantage. They both have higher tech and higher supply and better economy. And here is that kind of swell of Zealots coming in from BB, and it's a lot of Zealots. The gun's gonna try and get in here to kind of, you know, force a little bit of a kind of an alleyway fight, if you will. Didn't make this cannon in time, so going to be able to protect at least one of these gateways. Robo only just now started, but this top gateway going to go down. 2 HP DT, kind of annoying. Both players going for Robo. And yeah, game's going to kind of... It's going to chill out for a little bit, but Red has complete and total control of the game. Gonna go into Arbiters for blue. I'm gonna be right back for blue. Alright. Sorry about that. Looks like we attempted to bust the front here. Only a couple guns at the moment, but we can at least chip away at the Sim City some. And how we looking? PT's forcing the red team back at this point because we don't have observers quite out for BB. Looks like she is getting pretty close. And looks like there's a big attack over here as well, but maybe we lost a couple gateways. Did Woe needs to get a couple more gateways up and running. We're at 1200 minerals right now, so he's having a hard time with the macro after that happened. A couple zealots from BB actually going to find this expansion. BB's supply very, very high. As always, she's very, very good at the kind of mid-game macro side of things. Looking pretty good for the red team. BB's supply is super high. She can actually just threaten to kill Blow potentially. I always like mixing in a few games at this stage because it's a little bit easier to deal with kind of killing the player, you know? Zealot's good at like the fighting in the open grounds and stuff, but as far as like getting in there and killing somebody, it's a little bit hard. But she has such a massive supply lead that maybe she can get it done anyway. But you see how inefficient it starts getting once they're fighting into the Sim City. Yeah, these zealots are having a really, really hard time. It's going to clear a lot of the structures, at least on the right side. A lot of the units going to bleed out. Arbiter just about to come out here for a blow. 8X is pretty much fully locked in. Probe count still quite light. Would like to see like another 12 probes or so at least. Meanwhile, Rui did get that top right expansion up and running. So he is about to be super strong as well. And yeah, I just don't really see much way for blue team to come back. I mean, Bo's holding on with very little, but he doesn't have the gateway count that he really needs to get. And it's kind of hard for him just because he's stuck on the defensive here. Now he has some goons trickling in, but it's a little bit late. Looks like we went for a drill and forgot about it. Yeah, even just trying to get gateways back here. Like, he understands he just needs to get some gateways up, but he can't use the top of his base because he's just been getting attacked non-stop. I mean, BB relentlessly rallying units into his base the entire time. Not giving Blow a chance to breathe. Arbiter is out. He wants to save it for recall, but he can't even get the units up for recall. We don't have legs on our zealots either, so they're not even doing super well. BB even ahead in upgrades. I mean, BB just ahead of Blow in pretty much every way other than, you know, the Arbiter tech. Real man. There's a reason Blow is called Mini BB. Not as good as the real BB. Thanks, Clever. Appreciate it, man. GG, going to game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Fighting Spirit. Don't know about I'm beating Bull up. Probably. Bebe is too fierce. Alright, double toss for BB Rui, and Bull got Karen. Looking at the bracket, again, here's the bracket right now. The most dominant team right now is Shanji and Last SCR. They have won every match 3-0 so far. BB and Rui won their first match 3-2. Hadex and Bull also won 3-2. And then I think the other team in the winners bracket here is Uncle Toss and DK. Let me check. I'm not sure if this is the same DK as DK though. Yeah, okay. It's Uncle Toss and DK. Oh, actually, no, they lost. Sorry. Yeah, they got 3-0'd by Shanji and Last. So Shanji and Last, pretty dominant so far. They got a little bit to wait before the next game, so the winner of this is going to go up against CC and Dei, which is Smirk, and winner of that goes up against Last Asir and Shanji. Anyway, looking at the game, gonna be goons from Rui, or at least some sort of tech. I would expect goons. Looks like it's gonna be potential mech here for Guo. Mech is gonna be good in this situation against double toss. Definitely don't want to get stuck going bio against 2 Protoss. Gate gonna be lots and lots of zealots from Adex. 2-gate goon from Rui. Gonna be zealots from BB, so more or less what I expected from these guys, although I wasn't sure what War would do. Definitely want to see that second factory come down. They're very, very late starting the second factory. That makes a big difference, being so late on this. Also kind of threw away a zealot. Not sure if he got any kills. See a couple softened up. Wasn't paying attention. It's gonna go forge to get cannons. Straight into vultures from Guo. No, I'm not casting BSL today. I'm going to be casting IPSL. I think they start pretty much around the same time today, too. Which I think Artosis is in BSL today. Let me see what group I'm casting for IPSL. Striker, Old Boy, Zeke, and Tarsum. TVZs. All TVZs for me today. Might want to put your Marine in the bunker at some point. Whoa, looking a little slow today. Looking a little bit off. Maybe not much of a morning gamer. We also didn't make a tank. We only had one vulture when this got here. I kind of wasn't paying attention to what happened. Shouldn't heal over quite so easily. Something went horribly, horribly wrong. But this game is already looking over. The Terran player is taking way too much damage already. The Zealots are bugging out for 8x. Yeah, this game's over. Is over. I mean, he'll live, but we have 7 SCVs right now. And the SCV damage we take from here is massive. So another one goes down. Another one goes down. We're down to 5, 6 SCVs. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Both Protosses could just expand at this point. I don't really like BB even going 3-gate. I'd rather just drop a Nexus after all that damage. Goons can be out pretty... They can be postured pretty aggressively. Both players could drop a Nexus. I mean, you might want to go into, like, Observer and Reaver and stuff. But I like just being a little bit greedy after that. Maybe even her own goons are out right now. Yeah, I don't like the defensive cannons on the ramp anyway. Like, if you want to build them, I think down here is great, but she might be worried that DTs are coming or something. A little bit of a counterattack here. It's going to get a little bit of damage, maybe even targets. A little bit of targeting, there we go. So a couple probes going to go down, but overall, the game's just over. That's going to be way up in supply, both players. Trying to get some mines out on the field. Observer is out now. Vultures won't be able to do anything with these cannons up here in goons. Just gonna lay a mine, delay the expansion a little bit. 8x looking to take his own expansion here. And I mean, Boyle is just... Looks like we haven't been focusing on reproducing SCVs either. This is a little bit light. A little bit light. I mean, I know we lost a lot, obviously, but we should have a little bit more by now. Yo, Dustin! Thanks for the $25, man. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good morning, man. Big mine hit, actually. They're gonna force their way up this ramp. Actually be able to kill these cannons off. I'm gonna run past the cannons. I actually prefer just killing the cannons. The vultures and goons actually kill the cannons together very, very quickly. The vultures shoot those shields immediately. But gonna get in here and get a lot of probe damage, so this is still very good. A little bit of a rally from the goon there from BB. Really would like to have had it as part of this. So I mean, BB's gonna take a decent bit of damage. This is something from the blue team, but it's really not enough. Rue's expansion is up and running. Blow, I think, has made what, maybe 2 more SCVs since I last looked. So, I mean, that was decent, but we got a long way to go to try and make a comeback here. A lot more to do than that. ADAC's actually macroing pretty decent. He is typically pretty bad with worker production, which is going to hurt him less in these lower money maps. Okay, well, it is still hurting him though, just to clarify. That is, it's not good. This huge swell of units, they're just going to be able to bust through this pretty easily. They're going to have to abandon the natural, give it up. I mean, the natural going down when you have the natural for Rui up and running as third base on the way and BB's expansion on the way. Not a good look for the blue team. I mean, it's been over since they got in and did all that damage to Boyle. Still in 2 factories at 10.5 minutes. We've almost got 12 on minerals, guys. Actually, we have 12 on minerals. 13 even. The render on my VOD is almost done. Maybe the next, like, oh, this is 45 minutes. Never mind. It's not almost done. It might start lagging once it starts uploading. And if so, I'll just have to turn the stream off. I can be back. I'll be back after that. If it does. Low at 3:58 p.m. consistently, but I don't see anything happening. You know what I mean? So I'm not entirely sure what all's going on there. Got a light push down here, but there's enough units from BB to easily kind of swallow this up if she wants to. I mean, they have full vision with observers. I'm surprised they don't just crush this. They're so far ahead. We're just gonna swing over here, kill the natural again. That works too. Get on that ramp. I wish BB had just held position on the ramp with that DT. I would have been so proud. Not that it really matters. I mean, they're just absolutely crushing the game either way. It just would have been a moment for me to be proud, you know? And just send the DT in. Walk around the mines. Kill an extra tank. It's the little things, you know? Well, both players in the red team sporting over 100 supply. Meanwhile, both of the blue team under 50. 8x 46 supply versus the 138. Really thinking this one's pretty over, guys. Thanks, Exit. You know, most people don't know it's my 21st birthday. I actually think I'm older than that. Yeah. It's my 21st, 17th birthday. Not sure what all I'm gonna do today. I mean, I'm gonna try to stream a lot. I mean, I might end up playing some today. Sure of 21 years. Yeah. I'm casting IPSL at 2 p.m. today. And, I don't know, maybe I'll just do a bunch of ladder or something. I feel a little bit better today than I did the last couple days, so... I mean, I definitely still feel like cloudy. But still better than before. This game is super over. Blue team needs to kind of end their suffering and move on. No GG. Moving on to game 3, gonna be on Hunters. And Team BB up to 0. Let's go. Ladder has toss today. Not gonna happen, man. I'm sorry. No pro toss for me. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Yeah, I might do some micless stream because I'll be my voice will be kind of in rough shape anyway from all the casting, all the talking. So I'll probably do mic off, full focus. Saw, man, you played all day yesterday. You're one of the best players in the Discord right now. A rank is random. I mean, that is something I do want to do at some point as well. I was so ready. I was trying to make workers, man. I was ready to play. Okay, your broom ready? I don't get it. What do you mean? The reverse sweep? Or just for the sleep? Gotcha. Alright, Rui landed on Zerg. So ZP versus double toss. I think this is definitely ZP favored here on Hunters. I like it. Like it for the red team. Could be that 3-0. We're looking, it's looking possible for sure. Spawns are relatively even for both teams, I think. Right. As expected, 2-gate from all players. I mean, this would be a good goon angle from BB, but we all know BB ain't going Dragoons. I'd really like 3 Zealot into goon here or something like that from her. First, the Zealot's coming out against Zerg. That is a little ambitious. Even walking forward some, I would not be comfortable doing that. Going straight into 3-gate for both players. This is kind of the proper way to play against ZP. Just make a million Zealots. If she doesn't want a goon, you just make all of the Zealots that you can. That's the game plan. I've never been a fan of dropping 3rd gate this early, though. Like, cutting a bunch of workers to make your 3rd gate this early, and then not being able to afford your 3 gate, you just kind of stunt your own growth, and you don't even have additional zealots for it. Non-stop production into third gate. You can do like a small probe cut or something at some point, once your economy is like getting up and running, but yeah, if you third gate this early, you're actually going to be cutting like a couple zealots typically. Again, unless you're just completely cutting probes, which, like I said, stunts your own growth. Not a fan of it, but a lot of people do it. It's personal preference, I guess. In my opinion. Gonna be mass lane from Rui. 5 zealots does beat that pretty easily. 8 zealots out now. And blue has a stronger standing army if they can fight together. They are actually allowed to meet up here. So one of the advantages red team had was they're kind of allowed to double team. They can kind of choose their fight to double team. 8x is going to bleed off a couple zealots for free. Should both one hit away. Really looking to try and catch reinforcing zealots, but there are none. And now blue team has control of the center of the map, so they can kind of swing back and forth fighting a little bit. Rui doesn't have to engage, but they're going to go to the Zerg, and this is going to force the engagement as they come up this way. Of course, there is that defender's advantage, so blue has to do a really good job of trying to move together. And not to give up surface area, and make sure you don't bleed off too many zealots, but like I said, red gets to keep reinforcing more and more units. It's a little bit hard to trade efficiently here for blue team. And the attack's going to be split into 2 pieces here. This is kind of what I was saying, exactly what you don't want to have happen. You got a bunch of blue zealots just kind of running around not fighting this entire time, so it's going to get cleaned up really efficiently. That was very, very poorly controlled by the blue team. I mean, that's exactly what you don't want to do. You want to be fighting everything together all at once. We had a good, like, 8 zealots running around in here. We had a few hitting the hatcheries, like 3 or 4 fighting the lings on this side, while a bunch were fighting zealots on this side. It really couldn't have been worse. X does, so he's down a couple zealots, but he has a bit of an HP advantage. The concave wasn't really set up very well. It's actually hurting himself and aiding DB, and we're just AFK. Has Rui improved a bit? I mean, I think he's just playing today without throwing a temper tantrum, so it might give the impression that he's improved. The best race combo for Brood War 2v2? I mean, it depends. Depends on maps and things like that. But Zerg Protoss is kind of like the classic. May your eBay never miss. May your mines give them kiss. May your macro always flow so that Protoss can just blow. Happy birthday. Thanks, Radley. I appreciate it. The 24-hour Hollywood, yeah, something like that. 24H. I guess it's 24-hour. I don't even know. I assume that's what it stands for. I don't think I ever asked them. Okay, legs are almost done for Blow. BB just finished her. It could be Hollywood. We just finished her Cyber Core. Rui drone count looking pretty good. Still not going into gas though, which is kind of interesting. We're gonna have speed lot soon, but we don't have +1, so they're not gonna be super scary with speed just yet. Okay, now we're going into gas here as Rui. But BB's expansion is up and running. Can actually at least stick a cannon here. To kind of deny a couple patches. And he is thinking exactly that. And that might reach this one only, but I think here is kind of where you want it. But yeah, fight here happening in the middle. We don't have Zealot legs yet. Rui has been cutting a lot of Lings to go into a lot of drones, so he's only just now getting back into Lings. But this looks like another great fight here for the red team. They're going to be able to swallow these Zealots up. A lot of Lings going to be left over on the right side here. And yeah, we're looking at pretty much a guaranteed 3-0 at this point. A little bit of a preemptive fight there from blue as well. Yeah, this cannon doesn't do anything. It's kind of what we expect of 8x. But he had the right idea. The idea was there. Yep, looking pretty over. I mean, the Zerg player is higher supply than both Protoss players. Not a good look. BB's super strong right now. Happily mining on 2 bases long before the other Protoss players are. Going into DTs instead of Storm, not the biggest fan of that. And there's kind of Overlords everywhere. But I'm not the biggest fan of DTs to begin with. You guys have probably noticed I almost never make DT. I just prefer the consistency of Storm and Army versus the gacha of DT. Yo, thanks Gallons. Appreciate it, man. Not sure what we're hoping with these DT. Pretty ambitious. I mean, BB's up at 76 supply. She's much stronger than both Protoss players. She's just about to where she can fight both armies by herself. Bo is going to get on these Lings with his Archon, though, and going to trade pretty well. Not even trade, just pick off a bunch of Lings. So, there's kind of a decent win there for the blue team. Natural just now starting from 8x. This is 8x down here, right? Yeah, so 8x. Natural is up and running. Whopping 8 probes here on the main base. It's going to deny this base at least. ET is going to get a little bit of value. Do we have Observer? No Observers. Probably getting Overlord speed at least. We're going to be able to join up here. These Goons a little bit out of position. I'm going to try to get up to the Zealots here. Archon actually going to find a pretty good bit of value here as well. I mean, blue team's trading pretty well. A bunch of the Lings are out. They got +1 armor, but there's no +1 attack for either Protoss, I believe. 8x hasn't made a single unit since this attack started. Sounds about right. And Ling's gonna deny this base. There's just nothing going for blue team here. We're gonna get that 3-0 sweep. I think we don't even have goon range yet for all of our goons. Brother, it's 2 goons, just kill them. Stop panicking. It's very depressing. Alright, so after they win this series, they will be going up against Smirk and Windy CC. That will be their next matchup. I'll try to stream that one as well whenever that happens. And as always, BB sporting the highest supply in the game. BB has mastered the art of having the highest supply and the biggest army, while also not being able to kill people. Listen, she's not a micro player, okay? Not a micro player, but easily the best macro player in 24H. Yeah, she's an empire building. It's like we did a couple of storms here and cleaned up some probes. Still think life is a lot easier if we just build the cannon here. This gas mining from Rui looking very, very efficient. Not too bad. What, like, blue just has, like, no upgrades, even. Right. And a lot of probes go down, but don't think it really matters too much. Yeah, I mean, BB can just about 1v2 their armies. Not quite this army composition, but supply-wise, pretty strong. Rui with the 2-2 on the Lings now. Adrenal, 3-3 probably on the way. And gonna be kind of a last hoorah push here from the blue team. And I'll probably get some good initial trades. With no armor on this Protoss army, these Lings are gonna absolutely shred through these armies. As the last Archons go down, the Lings will reign supreme. Can easily crush through that. Again, both Protoss players on the blue team dropping down below 50 supply. BB staying well over 100. And they'll just play to deny any potential expansions, and blue team just needs to give up. Yeah, they could just go kill 8X. He has like 8 units right now. 8X for 8 zealots. Oh, we're at 9. Yeah, what's up, Pulse Fang? There'd be a Ling drop here into the main of Blow. Blow's reaction speed just about 0. It's not even a Ling drop. Just no reaction. Nothing happened. Maybe he called the bluff. No storm from Blow? Like, there's a pretty good storm angle there, man. Oof. BB is getting the better of Blow today by a lot. Plug my mouse in. Charge a little bit. I'll teach those overlords. I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe Blow's just not a morning gamer. I can understand that. You could just attack head on. This is more fun, I guess. Sorry, we're gonna get this recall off. Dude, 8x cracks me up, man. Alright, that's a 3-0, boys. Insane. Ugh. Just waiting to see what the plan is. They might head out, and then if so, I'm going to eat breakfast and sleep a little bit more. And I'll be streaming a lot throughout the day today. Okay, looks like nothing else happening with them. Okay. Well, I think what I'll do then is I'll go eat and probably sleep a little bit more because I only slept like 4 hours. I'm just gonna fuel up for the rest of the day because I'll be doing the cast this afternoon and I want to stream pretty much all day if I can. So we will do that then. I want to get like at least 8 hours today, if not more. We'll see though. Usually when I cast, I'm kind of dead for the day, so we'll try to power through it though. Maybe if I sleep a bit, we'll do better. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later this afternoon. Thanks for watching this morning. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in a bit. Oh, I am also, just real quick, I got the best of 7 with Ermon uploading. If you guys missed that series, I do have my mic off for that series, but the series is actually super good. It's a really hard fault series for both of us, me and Erm. So if you're into 1v1 stuff, I do suggest that. It'll probably be, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours before the upload is done though. It's been rendering since 7 o'clock this morning. It's a long series. But yeah, it was a super fun match. So maybe if that comes out before I'm back, gives you something to watch while you wait.